Well, the Nebraska Cornhuskers had one of those one-on-one weeks in Big Ten basketball. A lot of times you'll take that. A tough top 5 matchup at Purdue, and then a gritty, tough win where you used the whole bench to beat Ohio State.
Yeah, we did. I was really pleased how some of our young guys stepped up. Obviously, we got the tough news on Juwan that he was going to need surgery and he'll be out for the rest of the year. So that gave Denham a great opportunity, get in there in the starting lineup, and he was unbelievable on both ends of the ball. Hit a big three for us early, and then I thought just gave us great defensive minutes. Jamarcus came out there and made big plays. And then Oleg, I mean, coming out there second half with Derek in foul trouble, they were beating us up a little bit when we were small, and Oleg went in there and really calmed things down.
And no Blaze for that game.
Yeah, Blaze, he continues to battle that ankle injury, so we've decided we're going to make him an emergency type player only. He has not gotten many reps in practice, which has hurt him. So biggest thing right now is try to get him healthy. Well,
we're going to recap both of those games. We're back with a look at the Huskers' trip to West Lafayette. That's coming up next. Welcome back to the Bank of the West Husker Basketball Show. So Nebraska traveled to one of the toughest places to play in college basketball, and that's Mackey Arena at Purdue, and you were shorthanded. No Sam, no Juwan for this game.
Yeah, no jump by Derek right there on the initial play. Yeah, that obviously put us in a really tough position. Penn State's the best in the country at getting their own miss as far as offensive rebound percentage, and you take away by far our 2 best perimeter rebounders, and that put us in a tough position. But we hung in there. Early on we missed some really good looks. We missed a layup and a wide open 3, and then Lawyer got it going. He got him off to a great start. We did everything we could to take away Edey in the paint. And, sometimes you have to pay. You can't take everything away. Our decision to do that is we got to protect Derek as well as we can to try to keep him out of foul trouble. So we double teamed him, and unfortunately they got hot from the 3-point line.
11 threes made by the Boilermakers in this game. Derek really played well, 19 points in this game for you. He's had 2 good games against this Boilermaker team.
Yeah, he did. He had a really good bounce back game after a tough one against Illinois, which I thought was one of his toughest games of the season with the early foul trouble, which was debatable on that second call. But, I thought Derek gave us really good minutes, was efficient, hit his first 3 of his career out there, and did everything he could to battle Edey. I mean, that's such a difficult matchup to go out there, and every single possession there he's getting, knocked in the back of the head and everything. But he just kept with it, kept himself out of foul trouble, and did a good job knocking down shots, playing in the pocket, getting some extra passes. But again, that's a very high-powered team, as we're seeing, without 2 guys that really help calm things down for us. But Derek, again, another big take over 7-4 over that length. And then we got it going a little bit here. Casey, good to see him get it going with 4 threes in this game. Got a nice little formula, getting him coming off, hunting shots. And then when they did help out, he did a good job hitting Derek in the pocket.
Purdue had 12 offensive rebounds. They out-rebounded you, and they're just so big and tough to handle inside.
Yeah, and again, I know we talk about the importance of those 2 guys, Juwan and Sam. They just give you positional size and length to be able to help on the glass. And, again, this had nothing to do with lack of competing. We competed, I thought, very well, went out and played hard. Just, again, could not compete on the glass with this team. And, it's been a theme for our guys. When we win the glass, like we did against Ohio State, against Iowa, and against Minnesota, we ended up winning the game. When we haven't battled on the glass and won it, we've generally been on the wrong end.
Purdue prevails in this one, 73-55. Fletcher Lawyer, who some people say is a young Fred Hoiberg, 27 points. He's one of the better young guys in this league.
Yeah, he can dribble, though. I couldn't dribble when I was playing, but there's no doubt about it. And, we're friends with the family. My son Jack played with Foster Lawyer at Michigan State, and we got to know parents. I know John Lawyer, who was a longtime NBA coach and scout, and really good family, and that kid's a heck of a player.
So the Huskers done with Purdue for the year. They played both home and home against the Boilermakers. Back home on a midweek game against the Ohio State Buckeyes. We'll get to some highlights of that next. Welcome back to the Bank of the West Husker Basketball Show. So Nebraska back home to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. Some nasty weather in the area kind of reduced the crowd, and this one got off to a bit of a slow start. Both sides really couldn't make some jump shots early.
Yeah, it was a rock fight early in this game. Nobody could get the ball, to go in the basket. Denham hit our first shot right here after a couple minutes, and good to see him hit that 3. I think it was only his 3rd 3 of the season. Emmanuel just continues to give us great minutes. Was not hitting shots, but you just see the impact he has. You see how much he forces Ohio State away from the scoring area. Good X out right there. Great rotations right here by Denham. And then a good crackdown by Sam to get the block shot. So it was kind of the theme in that first half. We weren't scoring, but we did a great job defensively to keep ourselves in the game.
You held them to 26% shooting in that first half. That's really good.
Yeah, and we had to because we only shot 30. And, good to see Sam on a great pull behind right there. Good job by Emmanuel under control to hit him on that shot. But this is one of the highest scoring and most efficient teams in the country. They average over 80 points a game. And, again, to hold them to 22 in the first half, I think says a lot about our group.
So some shots here that go down. Derek Walker battled foul trouble again. It's a couple times here in the last few games.
Yeah, he did. And, again, when that has happened, great play right there by Derek and Wilhelm on 2 quick passes. But, yeah, when Derek gets in foul trouble, that generally has not been a good recipe for our team. But everybody else stepped up, not only his absence, but Jawan's second game without him in the lineup. But, yeah, you see great job by Jamarcus right there. On that closeout, staying in front of Sensabaugh, who's one of the best freshmen in the country.
Speaking of the lineup, you made a change. Casey gets a start.
Yeah, we did, and I thought both Casey and CJ played well in their new roles. CJ hit a huge shot for us in the second half, and Casey had some great looks that are going to go down. Really good take right here to get a 3-point play. But, I thought overall both those guys gave us good minutes in their new roles, and I think it's going to be good for us.
So some action here in the first half. It ends up being a 22-21 halftime score. You're down a point where you really led most of this first 20 minutes of play.
Yeah, we did. And again, it's I think a credit to our guys. When the ball goes in the hoop, sometimes human nature is to let go of the rope on the other end. But we continue to guard. Again, Sensabaugh right there, a good shot. Didn't quite come together at the level on that switch. Pretty good by CJ getting a contested mid-range shot. And then right here couldn't convert here on this last play of the half. But, going down 1, as I told the guys in the locker room, we're in good shape. Derek was had a little foul trouble, and we could not have played much worse in the offensive end. And I told him, go out, play with the confidence and the swagger in the second half, and we had one of our better offensive performances of the year.
Yeah, and as you can see, neither team shot it well from three-point range in that first half. So a 1-point game, Buckeyes with the lead after 20 minutes. We're back to check out some of the action in the second half. That's coming up next. We're back on the Bank of the West Husker basketball show. So Huskers down 1 at half to Ohio State. And early in the second half, and you've done this a couple times, it seemed like you really made a concerted effort to get some action at the rim.
Well, we had great movement, and that's what this was actually a great possession. We had 6 passes. The ball didn't hit the floor, and then Casey gets the back cut there to finish off that possession. But our movement, and you look at the numbers on total passes in the second half, how much better we were in that area. And that's really what we went to, was just a movement package, and got our guys moving, got our defense shifted side to side, and good things happened. That great cut by Casey right there. We talked about them having troubles with single side action right there in a pick and roll, and a great play by Griesel.
And boy, did Sam come up big in the second half. Coming off of an injured, a bad hip, he played really well for you.
Yeah, he sure did. And, we were thankful there was no restrictions on him. And, this just shows the confidence that he has in this game to step out and hit an off-the-dribble 3. He's been a little hesitant to take some of those. Good job on a guard-to-guard screen right here, creating a little confusion and a good, strong finish at the basket. We had some of those looks the first half. We just really struggled to finish and convert. So it was good to see us get it going there in the second half.
Now we're going to see you pretty fired up here in a minute in the second half.
Yeah, I was a little perturbed by, because I felt on the other end that there was several of those types of calls on moving screens, and DJ came from across the floor and rang me up, probably rightfully so. With a few of the words that I had said to him. But, I thought it did get our guys going a little bit. It fired them up. Thankfully, the kid missed both free throws on it, and then we went in a little run. But a great play. CJ right there stepping up and hitting a huge 3 to give us a lead right there. And then, again, just finding a way to hold off here the rest of the way. Again, good solid movement. Denham with 2 circus finishes. Great job. Very athletic, getting himself to the rim, but it's good to see Denham putting the ball in the basket for us.
You shoot 54% in the second half, and again, a lot of that was because you were getting stuff at the basket.
Yeah, and again, we had some of those looks early. Great job by Wilhelm. He's become a big threat out in the perimeter, especially in that Illinois game. Good shot fake and getting by the man and getting to the rim. Good defense right here by Denham in causing the turnover. So, Jamarcus here, again, gave us great minutes in the, very big part of the game. Great movement right there to get Oleg, get the help off of him, and a good solid take to the basket.
And then here's another kind of circus-type shot by Denham. He had to end up with 7 points, 8 rebounds in this game for you. And you're right here. It's still very much an even game with about 8 minutes left.
Great job by Emmanuel right here, going in under control, jump stop, playing off 2 feet, making a great kick out there to Jamarcus.
So you got a 52-49 lead, about 8 minutes left in the game. We're back to show you the exciting finish of this one, the Huskers and the Buckeyes That's coming up next. We're back at the Bank of the West Husker basketball show and enjoying some highlights of that Husker victory over Ohio State in the midweek game. Up 3 points. We got a great example of defense leading to offense.
Yeah, good job by Emmanuel moving his feet right there. We didn't want to allow that reject, and then a great finish, athletic finish on the other end. He just made, I think, 3 or 4 of those steals, which led to offense for us, which obviously in that first half we needed. You know, Derek just can't do that right there. That's a 5th foul. He can't lower his shoulder. We need him in the game, but again, made some big plays. Good try by Wilhelm, getting himself outside the restricted, but I did think that he slipped in to that. Good job, free throw box out right here, getting Emmanuel to the free throw line. Took the lid off a little bit. We'd gone a couple possessions without scoring. Good to see him convert here at the line, and then Griesel hits a couple more here once we get underneath a minute.
Field goals were hard to come by in the last 5 minutes. Second half, though, you hit 10 of 13 from the free throw line. That's marked improvement.
Yeah, sure was, and a great play by Griesel right there, and Emmanuel on the slash with a head turn. We wanted to get Sam a post up there with Derek out of the lineup, and paid off with a great cut by Emmanuel.
So then it can become some fouls from Ohio State. You have to step to the line and make some free throws, and none better than to have Sam right there.
Yeah, Sam, he's had a little bit of struggle in that area, missed a couple in the first half, so this is huge, to get yourself right, to get your mind right, to step up and make those at a obviously very crucial time of the game. Just a couple missteps right there by Jamarcus on the switch right there to give that Sensabaugh 3. And again, I thought we moved it well. We took some very critical seconds off the clock as we were trying to play keep away. Casey missed his first free throw of the season right here, which allowed them to come down. I thought, I don't know what that right here, they don't give us that one, and then you get the phantom one down here on this end. If you see the replay, there was really no contact on it, but they made the call. Kid steps up, makes the free throws, and then sets up an exciting finish.
Yeah, so you're able to make one more free throw. And then you make the free to go up 3. Did you think about fouling in the last 10?
It was the plan that, we talked to our guys. We're going to foul once that thing gets under about 7 seconds. And, Emmanuel, the one thing we talk about when we work on these situations in practice is you don't want to, if you have any doubt, pull away, because the last thing you can do is foul. Watch Wilhelm here. You see he tries to wrap up and foul, and then Sam's got to stay down on the ground. But we should have fouled the ball handler as that thing hit about 7 seconds.
But it rattled out. You get your 10th win of the season. You hold Ohio State to their season low of 60 points. And you get back-to-back wins over the Buckeyes. You beat them late last season and get them here in Lincoln for the first time since 2014. A lot to like, and everybody should have felt good in the locker room after that game.
Yeah, a very, very important win. You have to be able to protect your home court in this league. It's so hard to win on the road. We had a great one at Minnesota, but you look at our schedule. I mean, we've played some of the best, we have played the best schedule in the country according to the numbers, but we're done with Purdue. We played a full-strength Indiana team without Griesel. You play Illinois when they're probably playing as well as anybody in the league, and at Michigan State. So right now, getting this one was imperative, and I give our guys a lot of credit for coming out and playing a good, solid 40-minute game.
Fun night at PBA. We're back with some final thoughts from the coach coming up next.
Kicks right side, Denham Dawson shoots the 3, got it! On the dribble, spins in the paint, puts it up and in with a left hand, another and one chance. 15 to go in the game, Dawson left side to Wilcher. Back in the game is Walker calling for the ball, working inside, double team, punch it up and in to tie this puppy. Walker's been a handful for everyone to defend. Touch pass, Denham Dawson, jump stop, puts it up, reverse layup, good! Holy smokes, what a play! Final score in Lincoln. Huskers 63, Ohio 60.
Hope you enjoyed our Hy-Vee sounds of the game. Huskers now back in it in Big Ten play. Here's what's coming up for the Big Red. A home game with Northwestern and then back-to-back road games for you coming up. And the Cats have had some good wins this season.
Yeah, they've been very impressive in some of the wins that they've had over some of the top programs. They went into East Lansing and beat Michigan State. And Chris has those guys playing some really, really good basketball.
In Maryland, new coach, but still a really good program.
Yep. Another team that's had some really good wins. They've got some key guys back from a year ago and some good newcomers as well. And they play different. They press quite a bit more than most Big Ten teams do, and they'll actually play quite a bit of zone.
So a busy week ahead for Husker basketball. We invite you to join us again here next week for an inside look at Husker basketball. My thanks to the entire Husker Vision crew and to you for watching. We'll see you here again next week.